Welcome to Ultimate Survival Gear. Today, as you guys can see, I have my very first review of Teva boots. Yes, and I have to say, very impressed. These are Teva combat boots. The link is in the description below, the Amazon link that is. And let me tell you guys, I do like these a lot. I am very impressed. They are very comfortable, fairly lightweight, unbelievably good outsole. I mean, fantastic, one of the best outsoles. Yeah, I will go as far as saying one of the best outsoles that I reviewed so far on this channel. Excellent lacing system, very interesting actually. And GORE-TEX, yes, the reliable GORE-TEX waterproofing. Currently $175 on Amazon. The Amazon link is in the description below once again. Let's the review begin. As some of you already know, this review is specifically for my Ultimate Survival boots section. Yes, so basically if this weren't just your regular hiking boot, but if it was your survival boot, something bad happened and you were wearing these and now you had to travel for miles, you had to run, you had to fight, you had to climb, you had to sleep in these boots, do whatever is necessary to survive, right? And freaking reproduce for all I know. I don't freaking care, whatever you're doing on your survival, right? Your business. Would this be good to survive in? Well, how do we make the judgment? We make the judgment based on 8 different criteria. Let's start. Criteria number 1, comfort level. So in order to test the comfort level of all the boots and shoes that are reviewed on the channel, I do a 3-mile run, non-stop, and then a 5-mile walk, again, non-stop, no pauses in between, and then I continue wearing the boots or shoes for the rest of the day so that the total wear time is about 8 hours. Like I said, these are very comfortable, and there are a few factors that contribute to the comfort level. Let's start with the first one. Let me grab my scales, and let's find out exactly how light or heavy these are. This is size 10, and they are 16.7. Excellent weight. Excellent weight for a mid-size waterproof boot. Now, to give you reference numbers, right? You're looking for something under 20 ounce, preferably. If it's a little bit, 21, 22 ounce, not a big deal, but the more under 20 ounce it is, the lighter it feels, the more over 20 ounce, the heavier it feels. Especially important if you're planning, obviously, to run, be quick, climb, and I don't know, do whatever is necessary on your survival, right? Lightness is important. So 16 ounce, definitely well under 20 ounce, very impressive. You can definitely run properly. But there's another factor that contributes to that ability to run properly. It's the flexibility of the bottom sole. And here, as you can see, it is definitely very flexible. So you can actually run properly in this boot. But let's move further. Let's go to our inner sole, and let me take it out so you can see exactly what it looks like. As you can see, nothing too crazy over here in the inner sole. There is more or less of a heel bed, more or less of an arch support, not much. Honestly, for $175, I expected way better inner sole than this. But there's decent amount of cushioning, so it serves its purpose, but I think eventually you probably should consider upgrading it to something aftermarket, something a little bit better, with a little bit better support. For $175, guys at Teva, you can do a better job. Once you remove the inner sole, it goes straight into the harder, that midsole part, which is still fairly flexible, fairly soft, so you still have that impact protection there. Now, the overall padding, which is another thing that contributes to the comfort level. As you can see, the tongue is not much padding here, not much padding in the shaft, not much padding here in the heel. You probably noticed that they call it leaf bootie, right? Not that kind of booty that you're thinking about, but the booty that goes inside of the boot, and that's the GORE-TEX part. That's the waterproofing part. The only thing about it is disconnected from the boot itself here in the toe box. So hard to explain. I wish you could see inside, which I really can't see inside myself either, but you feel it once you put your arm or your foot in. You feel that separation between the booty and the boot, okay? And it feels a little bit weird, I have to say. I have not had anything like that yet on this channel. It feels a little bit weird. I wish it was just implemented and part of the fabric. I'm not sure what the purpose is of it being separated, especially here, but it does feel a little bit weird. That's my really only thing. A little bit of a complaint whenever it comes to the comfort level. This is not a complaint, this is more of a suggestion because it still does a good job of providing you the, cushioning that you need, but that bootie kind of feels weird. But done with the comfort level, overall I do like it a lot, and the lightness, and I mean it's great. The overall is really good. I'm just being really picky. But let's move on to the criteria number 2, proofing and design features. Now, proofing wise, this is, like I said, this GORE-TEX. Maybe my camera will one day decide to focus. Yes, you see GORE-TEX GTX waterproofing technology. I mean, probably the best waterproofing technology right now out there on the market. If you are into hiking, more or less serious, you prefer GORE-TEX. The only downside of GORE-TEX is it's very expensive. I mean, if there's boots that are, waterproofing GORE-TEX and the same boot that is non-waterproof GORE-TEX. I mean, waterproof, but not GORE-TEX, right? Now, like for example, Salomon's, they have those. They have the same model with GORE-TEX and the same model with just regular waterproofing from Salomon. It's like $50 cheaper, right? So GORE-TEX is a waterproofing technology, but it's very reliable. It's lightweight. It's breathable, okay? That's why a lot of people trust in that. Now, speaking of waterproofing here, you probably noticed the gusseting. And the gusseting is about, let's see exactly. It's about 4.5 inches, and the lowest part of the shaft is about a little bit more than 4.5 inches. So overall, I'm happy that Teva did use the full length of the shaft for the waterproofing. Great job there. Now, speaking of the protection here, as you can see, there is sort of a reinforcement here at the front. Keep in mind, guys, this is super soft. Okay, don't drop anything on your toe because you're gonna feel it. Because there is not much padding in the shaft, it's very thin, so there isn't really much of a protection for ankles either. Same thing was for the heel as the toe, very soft. The outsole has excellent amount of protection here with the VIBRAM outsole. Although Teva decided to leave out some parts, as you can see these parts right here, and not implement the VIBRAM outsole, which is this harder rubber right here. So if you step on something sharp, make sure you don't step on it in these spots, guys. That's not gonna feel good. Although this is a hard rubber still, but honestly, I don't like when manufacturers do that. Just cover the whole damn thing, all right? Don't freaking leave out the holes, and it just keeps you, paranoid. You're walking on a trail and you're thinking, I have a hole here, I have a part here that is not covered by the outsole, so if I step on something specifically there, so you start looking for all these sharp rocks, you start looking on the trail for all of these sharp things that you don't want to step on specifically in this freaking spot because you know that there is this open spot right there. Makes no sense, but anyway, enough of the rant. Let's move on to the criteria number 3, quality and the design features. Quality-wise, Teva, they have overall, if you look at their other boots, they do have a lot of reviews. This particular one has about 39 reviews on Amazon, but it will definitely grow. Overall, the quality feels fantastic. If you do have experience with these long term, please leave your comments in the description, in the comment section, on how long these lasted to you, how long you've been wearing them, and if you do like them, that's going to be very, very helpful for everybody else. Now, design features, usually I talk about the lacing system here. Lacing system is very interesting. Besides these close hooks, which are very nice, the string slides through them very good, so it's very easy to tighten and, put it on. Take this boot off. Very good lacing system, and my favorite, thicker round strings. I love those. They're the best in my opinion. But there's also this system going along here, and this is not just for the show. You see a lot of boots that have these fancy freaking crap hanging around that does absolutely nothing. Here it actually serves a purpose, as you can see, because these straps, they do go all the way around, and whenever you tighten it, it does tighten it here in the heel as well, which is very smart. I mean, this is really, really good. I think all of the boots are supposed to have this technology to kind of not just wrap around this part of your foot, but also here in the back, because this wrap around, I guess, whatever word you want to use, is essential. I think it works very, very well. It holds your foot in place. It doesn't slide around back and forth. So great job there, Teva. Excellent lacing system. Let's move on to the criteria number 4 now, outsole traction and stability. So whenever I do my run and my walk, I do it on a variety of different surfaces, starting with older asphalt and the newer tarmac, then the dry sand, dry grass, wet grass, trail surface, rocky road, concrete, rubber, marble tile, and then the rock climbing wall inside of my house. Overall, fantastic outsole. It's a VIBRAM Mega Grip. Again, VIBRAM is excellent outsoles. They're one of the best, but pricey, pretty pricey, because it's a high quality rubber, and you can tell this is high quality. Overall, excellent balance between aggression and flatness. As you can see, it looks very flat, but it's super aggressive. So it performs great on everything. And thanks to the stippling here on these parts, as you can see, it actually performs great on shiny, slippery surfaces like marble and tile. So excellent job with the outsole. The only complaint that I have is I don't like these open spots. I don't like them. It's just, to me, maybe it's not even practical problem, but psychologically, I don't like this stuff. I don't want anything open on my outsole. I don't want to walk and think that I have something that is not covered by the outsole. Just, please, next one, just cover the whole freaking thing. Don't leave this at all, okay? At all. It does seem like a hard rubber, this right here, this material, but still, it still is not covered by this. And I don't know what the purpose of this. Obviously, it has to do something with the design, but who freaking cares how your outsole looks, how it performs, and the safety, the feeling of safety that it gives you. So, great job with the outsole, but please fix this. Okay, let's move on to the criteria number 5 now, temperature. Now, this is not a winter boot. There is no insulation. Even though it's waterproof, you can probably get away with some colder temperatures with this great outsole, which will perform good in the snow. Not the ice. On ice, anything gonna be slippery, unless it's an ice, metal spikes ice boot. But in the hot temperatures, this is very light, very breathable. GORE-TEX is a great waterproof technology because it provides the breathability as well. Usually the boots are waterproof boots are fairly warm to wear because they don't have a breathability. Not the case here. So GORE-TEX was a great idea. Let's move on to the criteria number 6, sizing. So they are true to the size. Get yourself half a size bigger. If your normal shoe size is 9.5, get these in size 10 so that you have a little bit of extra space in the toe box. Just a good advice that I got from a good friend of mine who does hiking pretty much full time. And that saved me a lot of unnecessary fatigue that you would experience if that was just right. Okay, this is more of a wider toe box fit. I guess you can see it. If you can see it, hopefully you can see it from here on the camera. So it's a little bit of a freer fit, not more of a narrow, kind of like Salomon. So if you do prefer a wider fit in the toe box, you're gonna like these. Let's move on to the criteria number 7 now, balance of application. So if this really were your ultimate survival boots, would they be good? I think this has a lot of potential. Overall, this is an excellent boot. Honestly, this is more of a hiking boot to me than a combat boot. I'm not sure why these are called Teva Combat, but you definitely can be fast in these. You definitely can be, they don't restrict your movement. The outsole excellent. The lacing system is excellent. Overall, very lightweight and comfortable. Waterproofing, GORE-TEX, you can't go wrong. So overall, this has a lot of potential. These Teva boots. I think if you are a fan of the brand, you're not gonna be disappointed at all. But that brings me to the criteria number 8 here. The price. $175 currently on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Now, $175 is definitely on the pricier side. There's a lot of competition in that price range. Salomon, La Sportiva, Lova, Salewa, Scarpa. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in that price range. So if you are a fan of this brand, Teva, then yes, okay, you're probably not gonna, think too much. But if you are just looking around and this is your budget, 175, look around some more and try out the boots from other brands. Try out Salomon, try out Lova. I have the reviews of those on my channel, so check them out. Maybe you'll find something better that suits you more. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about this review? What do you think about these boots specifically? If you have any requests for reviews, drop them in the comments below and I will be happy to address those. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was Ultimate Survival Gear, and I'll see you guys in the next video.